What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joey Schultz's straight and therefore evil twin. Welcome to another episode of Point and Laugh, the Magic the Gathering show where I make you a better deck builder and a worse person by means of verbal disparagement. On this week's hit list, we have a Pirates deck that would be more convincing if it came from Spirit Halloween. After that, we have a Liesa deck that wants to sit on a fence instead of a face, a devastating loss to all involved. Next, we have a Helga deck that appears to be making up for lost show and tell days. Finally, Rukak gives us 58 reasons to never abide a planeswalker. For everybody who subscribes to this video, I will play Mango exactly one pleasant nature sound. Mango! Cue the crickets.
Gonna teach you how to ride.
Booty, 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 booty. Rockin' for them pirates. I took Dockside out of my generic good stuff deck to put it in the perfect theme deck, and now it's banned. I did nothing wrong, and they banned me anyway. Alright, so we have tags enabled, because I'm not a fool. So we have Dargo and Malcolm. We want to make treasures, and we want to sacrifice treasures to make Dargo cheap. Now, off the rip, if we're doing Pirate Kindred, Dargo is probably a hot failure. If you think he's cute, that's a different thing. But saying my 7/5 commander is gonna hit everybody unimpeded 3 times when I'm not Voltroning them is objectively insane. But I'm gonna give you a chance. This guy is just awesome. Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator is just goddamn incredible. Blue did not need it, did not deserve it, but I will take it. Benefit from the booty. Whenever we spend money, this guy gains flying until end of turn. Oh, okay, so this is a draft deck. Got it. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target pirate you control. See, now we're back to an actual commander deck, and so I'm already worried. Right here is all of the silly, and right here is all of the spooky. Okay, when it attacks, deals damage equal to the player or planeswalker. It's attacking equal to the artifacts you control. That's pretty good. Big score, breaches. Whenever you deal damage, you get to steal. That's pretty cool. Chart a Course is good for a deck like this. You definitely want to crash out. Become the Monarch. Whenever you attack, reveal the top card of each player's library. Make treasure tokens draw cards. Okay, Become the Monarch. Attack triggers, can't block this turn for a cantrip. Siren's Ruse, but on a pirate we can draw a card. Incoming Borders, are these all ETBs? It looks like it. Oh no, this is also combat damage. Whenever you cast a pirate spell, untap Lightning Rig Crew. But with Malcolm, that's honestly fucked, because every tap is 3 mana. This is like, I like this card probably the most out of any card you've put in this deck, because this is like draft unplayable into golden egg laying goose in this commander deck. Nope, I'm not gonna hear you out. I'll hear you out on this one. Flying's good. Flying is worth way more in a deck that exclusively wants to punch people in the face. Pylord Malcolm is off all damage. So there is a ton of very easy ways to, even if you don't go infinite, make truly obscene amounts of money that make the East India Trading Company look like the good guys. Pirate Workout Regimen. So we have a little bit of evasion. We have a big board buff. Pirate Hat, no. Pirate's Cutlass, sure. Also no, but we'll fix you. Rising of the Day. Haste, +1/+0. I can almost see this, but not totally. Descent into Avernus, love that for you. It's 85% just from my collection. Willpower, I don't think there's any statement that could have told me less about the deck, both because if you say, oh, it's what I have in my collection, it's like, we're not here to judge what you have in your closet other than the skeletons. We're here to judge you as a person. So whether or not you built it just from your collection does not make you a moral failure. And secondly, if it's 85% from your collection, that means 15% of it is from your demented mind. And I'm gonna focus on that part. Okay, so these are all of our pirates. X marks the spot. I'm actually down with this. I really like treasure making equipment, so I will accept this one. Hit the Motherlode. Honestly, might be the first deck I'd consider pulling this. I will only let you keep Soul Ring if you are sacrificing it to Dargo. Yeah, he is. Willpower. You can sacrifice any number of artifacts or creatures. That's a sack outlet. You didn't know! The whole first, you just saw 7/5 and you went, damn, he thick! And you plopped him in the goddamn deck. You maniac. The professional writer saw trample in 7-5 and was like, this is needless exposition. Oh, you just saw treasures about when you sack treasures, you were already sacrificing. Okay. You can for sure drop Soul Ring into the pile with him. There's a reason I have an editor. The thing I dislike the most is the split we have, the semi-awkward split, I might add, that we have between things that trigger when we punch and things that have just pretty bad enter the battlefield triggers. I think the king of this is Sailor of Means. I understand that you're going to try to cope by saying, oh, well, he makes a treasure token. He is 3 mana, and he is a goddamn 1/4. This is a goddamn draft common. We have other pretty good pirates, like Captain Storm, like Port Razor, even Zephyr Slinger. We have some pretty good pirates. These guys are like Screen Actors Guild extras just trying to make sure that they get federal minimum wage for the day. That is his one treasure token. As he's showing up to work, he's like, we get 15 an hour, right? And he is sitting down and he is not practicing his lines. So let's playtest and see how it goes. So we have a thing, make treasure token, win die. I'm gonna bet on, I should not have bet on you getting, oh, never mind, there's the island. Holy fuck, dude. Turn 3, it's casual, they're not blocking. Let's make a treasure. I'm gonna give this to him just because he's probably gonna die. So he makes a treasure when he swings, he definitely fucking dies and makes another treasure. This guy swings, also makes a treasure. Each treasure counts for 3 mana. So I sack 2 treasures, turn 4, make Dargo. What a card, man. What a fucking card, dude. Yeah, turn 5, if they can't remove Dargo, I think we just kill everybody. See, that's not horrible. I do agree with Spellbreaker about cantrips not being important. I think there's a critical thing you need to be able to assess about your commander decks is, do I fail because I drew it in the wrong order, or do I fail because I ran out of cards in the mid game? I think pirates, and I think a lot of beatdown heavy strategies fail because they run out of cards in the mid game. A lot of decks that have like 5 mana plus commanders, they need card selection because they need to make sure that they are ramping appropriately and curving up to their commander. You have a lot of 1 and 2 drops. You have a lot of ways to make treasure. Really, most of your starting hands are probably going to be playable. What's going to hurt you is as you get towards the middle to end of a game, if they hit you with targeted removal like 2 times, if they hit you with a board wipe once, or if there's anything that shuts down a creature strategy, you're going to get a pretty good board by turn 5 or 6 every game, and it's going to be really frail. Chart, of course, I will accept because you are crashing out every single turn, and so this at least gets you up 1 card and does not cost a lot of money. But like Opt, you probably don't need. Faithless Looting, you actively don't want. This is one of the few times I'm going to say Faithless Looting bad, because you're not using your own graveyard. You don't want to go card negative in the early game. That bird, though, thank you for the prime sub. I appreciate those Bezos. No! It's important to know my voice is deep and doesn't really go high anytime. I am torn between handcuffed yourself to a radiator for the bit and oh my god, it's functional sometimes. I believe it's handcuffed yourself to a radiator for the bit because you very pointedly played some bad fucking pirates because they said pirate on them. Isn't it Behold My Stuff? It does have a theme. The theme just needs to be leveled up in terms of its execution. Like Behold My Stuff is just, it's green and they cost a lot. It's blue and it counters a lot. It's red and it costs a lot. So Behold My Stuff is just like, there's no plan here. All the cards are just vaguely good. And there is a plan here. The plan here is Crash Out. And then we had some extras from the set of the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie sneak on to the goddamn deck list. And we got to get them out of here, and we got to get better Crash Out support. None of this would be possible without support from our highest tier Patreon members, so please join me and Little Nadu as we take a moment to thank Badger King, Sussedin, Christian B, Ryan A, Adam S, Solar Movie, Biggest Dickus, Kyle, Jess HW, Alpha Dog 2064, Crimson Viper, Zelenor, Otterfire, Dad Out for Milk, Kyler P, Bolus Brigade, Derek H, Phelan, B Leave, Dungeon Masters Consortium, Zach G, Bobby Joe Lord, Talamar Von Geist, Troper and their 37 different identities, Bradley T, Bo, Beefcake, and Silky Wilkie. Thank you all and enjoy the video. So I made a life gain deck with the thought process being to both gain life and pay life for benefits. Make tokens because I gain life, gain more life, and if I get lucky, get the laser pointer and use the life gain to kill other players, rinse and repeat. Alright, so based on orbital laser pointer, you didn't use its official term of piss laser, but I'm assuming we have Aether Flux. Oh, yep. There it goes. Okay. Avacyn has blessed us with card draw. Hopeful. This is good. This is just a crazy good card. This is okay for life gain. What does our commander do? So 5/5 with lifelink, where you can pay life for commander tax, and whenever you cast a spell, lose 2. I am smelling literacy problems with the deck already. I will elaborate in a moment. So Dawn of New Age. Okay, draw 1 extra card a turn because I have a ton of creatures. That's probably reasonable in Orzhov. Dawn of Hope. Gain life, turn mana into cards. Probably reasonable. Pay life to draw cards. Gain life, draw 1 card a turn. Pay life to draw cards. Pay life to draw cards. We do have Rev in her tiny little AI hand. Not can, have to. Oh, it's rather than. Deny benefits. Okay, a little bit of soft stacks. I mean, authority makes sense to me because you want to gain life. I guess blind obedience makes sense for extort. I also love everything under card draw, just making Spellbreaker lose their fucking head because this is a cantrip and not technically card positive. I gain life. Yeah, true. Listen. If a white player says they're gaining life, you just believe them. It's like a white person saying they're in an HOA. Like, of course you are, man. Okay, whenever they cast non-creature spell, you gain life. Whenever they lose life, you gain life. Yada, yada, yada. This all does what it says. And then here, we're doubling our gain. The main point of our deck is we would like to point the piss laser at people. Like, we need to gain 150 life over the course, or at least 111. Right, we need to have just enough life to pay for this 3 times. I have a Guardian Angel and one of these Simulacrum. All damage done to you this turn is instead retroactively applied to one of your creatures in play. If this damage kills the creature, it can be regenerated. You don't suffer any of it. Holy fuck. This is going way too hard for a deck that doesn't have Stuffy Doll in it. Eternity Vessel to reset our life total to something. Celestial Armor for hexproof and indestructible. Archangel of Tides so people can't block. The Church has deep coffers. This is our ramp. The Church has many believers. I will give you that the deck probably functions as is, because as soon as you say, hey, I'm in white-black, my strategy deals with gaining life, that's like saying I'm going to college to get a degree in being a pothead. You've succeeded. As soon as you get into that dorm, everybody's there to help you. Everything you do is going to lead you down the path of never going outside of your room other than to pick up whatever pizza you DoorDashed. My doubt about the deck. We have a number of things. All of our engines want us to yo-yo our life total. Liesa is going to make us pay life every time we cast a spell. Liesa is going to make us pay life instead of commander tax. Greed, Erebos, Lunar Conviction, or Convocation, all of these things are making us pay life to get the advantages we want. And we have some things that will let us gain, but what you're trying to achieve is a type of balanced give and take. And balance is not a word Wizards of the Coast gives a fuck about. So when you bring this to other commander decks, you are bringing it to people whose idea of balance is turning their seesaws into catapults to throw dinosaurs at you. So I believe that we will be able to move our life total up and down between lifelink, the tax of Liesa, the other things we have to pay life into it. I believe that we'll be able to move the life total up and down. I don't believe that our life total is ever going to reach the meaningful heights necessary for things like Cosmos Elixir to work or for the Piss Laser to work. Like, I'm sure if we get enough doublers, like if we just shove enough fucking life gain doublers into this thing, anything will happen. You have so much great, just shitty cards that become playable solely because we are operating in the realm of yo-yo life gain instead of strict life gain. But the Piss Laser is, I think, you are distracted. Yeah, all of these little dumbass bats are gonna be great for you. They're not even that strong, but they're at least in the realm of things you want to do. We do not have a win con. The closest thing we have to a win con is the Piss Laser, and I will confirm this in the playtest, but I have zero belief that you are able to actually drink enough water to pee hard. All right, we got 2 lands. I'm gonna force you to rock with that. We have 3 lands in a dream. We get Giada down. I'm gonna play this guy, get Comball down. I'm gonna play Thriving Heath to get the tap land out of the way. We can greed, and we can pay 2 life into greed to draw 1 card. We have done a whole lot of nothing so far. We go to our next turn. Now we have Black Market Connections, which shit is probably gonna heat up because Black Market Connections is a very, very good card. We'll use white, black, blank to get Liesa out, and then pay 2 more life to draw a card. So we're down to 36 just from tapping ourselves in the sack. Yeah, Bloodchief Ascension does stuff. And then this card negates the playtest a little bit without even mentioning Bloodchief Ascension because Exquisite Blood is so overwhelmingly powerful. Gaining life from your opponent's losing life in a game like Commander where so many people run pinger-based damage that spreads it to the entire table. And this is actually, I think, it's not an infinite. This is a 2-card win con with the Piss Laser, because as soon as you have the Piss Laser and you get above 50, I shoot someone for 50, I gain 50. I shoot someone for 50, I gain 50. And I'm not even necessarily sure that means you cut Exquisite Blood. I just think this Liesa deck has way more potential as a life yo-yo deck than it does as a strict life gain deck. I think Bola Citadel, this just says like, wow, good card on it. Straight up card advantage rather than card advantage we're paying our life total down for. And if we want to go yo-yo, I think we lean more into Death by 1,000 Cuts. So that means like Rug of Smothering to make people lose life all the time. Things like Cliff Haven, but then that starts to go infinite with Exquisite Blood in like half a second. But if you're yo-yoing and you have a combat backup, I think this does play into the yo-yo strategy of sometimes I want to make sure that this guy is dying much faster than the table, and sometimes I need to defend myself. Villas would be really good for you. This would be in the realm of like, I want really good things to happen to me when I lose life, and then I'm gonna have the life gain in here to try to live long enough to pay my life. So that's what I would go about it, is I would probably recommend a full-scale makeover of this deck rather than just trying to tweak 1 or 2 things. Right now, I do think this is behold my stuff, not because you didn't have a plan, but because the plan was so broad. You have like 8 different Ocean's 11 movies happening in your head at once. Unclog the Mana Curve, Maldhound, December 15th, 2024. Understood, boss. Remember that Yargle and Multani deck we made for the roommate? Fuck that noise, this is way better. Instead of big frogs, we have a totally normal small frog. Everybody should just be totally cool about it. It'll be fine. Most people aren't playing turns 1 and 2 at my table, so we'll just little guy our way out of it. Don't worry, the pupper's fine too. 14.5 out of 20 snips on the crab scale. Hey Mango, thanks for the work you do. I hope you're doing okay. Please don't include any of the clips where Mauled absolutely ramshackles my bullshit. Untap, upkeep, small froge. We generally assume that between turns 3 and 5, no one does anything to us. Mauled Hound, January 8th, 2025, mid-deck roast. Here I thought Bant was going to be the hardest deck to make of the shards and wedges. You are already smoking crack. Bant is the easiest color combo in the game. Shoutouts to Snail for the idea with his Rata deck. Tags on. You bitch. What was Snail's idea that you stole? What, was the idea of like, hey guys, did he make a video essay about how Commander could actually be an idle game? Did the Raid Shadow Legends money get to Salubrious Snail and he was like, hey guys, actually, you can just jack off the whole Commander game. Play at sorcery speed. Nobody will stop you. It's casual. I missed that video. Ramp in the command zone? That's not Snail's idea. That's every 5-year-old's idea. I will kiss every last one of you. Defog, look at the curve. I hate you. This is the most normal Karuga curve I've seen in my life, and it makes me want to vomit. I've played a Karuga deck. It almost killed me. I love the mana cliff. This right here, I've lived in the Pacific Northwest, not my entire life, but a fair amount of my life. You know what this mana curve is? This is the ridge between Eastern and Western Washington. Here's Western Washington. All your shit is on Eastern Washington. If you've ever been there, you know it fucking blows. I hope you're happy. Okay, 44 lands, which makes total sense in this absolute hacky sack dipshittery we have going on. That is a worm. Attacks, look at top X, cheat something out. Is just Cascade, fuck it. Pan Glacial Worm, and you're gonna be able to cast it. So this is when you cast Big Thing, draw a card, gain life, and get a counter to make your dork tap for more mana. I hope this deck somehow gets mana screwed. It won't. I guarantee this playtest, this shit is about to look hot. You fools, you idiots, you rubes are about to be convinced that this is sick deck tech. This is an active advertisement for why more people need to play Infect. This is about to blow the goddamn doors off. I'm not even looking at the rest of the deck. I'm just playtesting it. Ha! Fuck you. Temple of the False God an opening hand. I play it. You do nothing. Ha! Ha! I put you behind on curve. We'll do Forest first, and then turn 2, we'll do this. Oh, we do actually not have white, which is fucking hilarious. So turn 3, we don't get to resolve our commander because we're little cheater babies. Turn 4, let the vine booms begin. I'm so happy right now. All right, Garuks. Turn 7, we've resolved a spell. So we'll play this as if we were mulliganing for real. We probably have to mulligan for all 3 of our colors, and then everything works after that. So this is starting hand. We're gonna take our free mulligan because we don't have blue. What card is this? Please load. Is this a wild card? Is this a wild card? What the hell is... I can't even turn it back over. We're gonna redo the free mulligan, I guess. Okay, we keep this one. This is our free mulligan. Who cares? We'll play the tap land first because I'm so smart. My brain is so big. We are just idle gaming through these first 3 turns. Oh, look, nobody killed the small frog because they're fucking idiots. Sorry. I play Gilded Lotus. Play Enlisted Worm. I'm gonna use this mana, actually. So I need 4. Yeah, okay. So that's my mana. I put a counter on, and then I get to Cascade, which is going to hit... I hate you, dude. Fine. I get 2 forests. Fine, they're untapped. Who even gives a fuck? Okay. Okay. Which is another... Oh, creature spell only. We do get to draw a card, which I missequenced that. Shut up. Who cares? So we have 6 mana open. I will Drum Hunter. Oh, no, I wouldn't have drawn a... Yes, I would have. Now I draw another card, gain another life, put another counter on, get to the end step of my turn, draw a card because I have the worm, and I'm a little dipshit. I'm a little evil, little shithead loser. Play this guy, draw a card. Play this guy, draw a card. We attack. We untap 5 lands because I'm a hater. This guy, sacrificing that guy. We draw 5. You are disgusting. I hope you know that. It does suffer from, if you have anybody at the table who is a true hater, like me, like if you are a true Helga hater like I am, and I see, as soon as I see you put Karuga the Macro Sage out to the side, I'm pulling out a screwdriver for you. Troper, you are the op, for sure. You are the op. You are converting people to being a Bant hater. You are converting people, like at least one person is buying a copy of Finn the Fangbearer the moment after they play that deck. This deck is my old Oathbreaker deck from when the format started. Fuck. The deck wants to use synergy to play the deck out fast using artifact mana, and Limdul's Vault is meant to smooth out the rough edges. When it functions, it can win as fast as turn 4. When it doesn't, it dirtles to turn 7 before trying to crank the engine again. I mean, first mistake, utilizing Planeswalkers. So check top 5, reveal artifact, put into hand for the +1. For the -1, target artifact becomes a 5/5. -4, target player loses X, you gain X. Signature spell, I tutor to set up the top 5 of my library, which does have a cute little interaction with Tezzeret. And then Arcbound Ravager. So sack outlet, recursion thing, artifact guy. All right, and then we have guys that care about robots. Deck. Spell Swindle, fucking Opt, Chrome Mox, Talarian. That can't be legal. Bag them up. Okay, we have Basalt Monolith. Do we have untappers? I'm seeing like half of every artifact infinite in the world. I know you said this can win turn 4, but this looks like a high man playing with Legos. Is this just a meeting of the battle bots? So we make a ton of mana. I notice you did not put this onto Moxfield, but you put it onto a website without its own innate playtester. You cannot hide from me. All right, let's see if this works at all. So we get Mox Amber, turn 1. We have a bounce land and a tap land. Good. That is what this deck deserves. We bounce this, we still don't get to do anything. We can now tap this for the Signet. How many fucking lands are in this deck? 14. 60 card deck, 14 lands. Okay. No, you got it. No, I believe in you. We got Mox Amber, right? We can do it. Turn 4. We do this, we uptick, we check the top 5. We get to get an artifact, so I think Chrome Mox is the best thing we can get. Oh, it's probably not, because everything in our hand is a goddamn artifact that we can't... Like, we don't want to exile Whir of Invention. Fuck it, I'm exiling Whir of Invention. And then I can cast Limb Duel's Vault. It has 14 lands because I kept getting flooded in testing. I mean, that's not true, but I'll let you say that for stream, buddy. I got you. I got your back. We're going to repeat that because I don't think anything in that 5 is what we need. We get to tap something. We're going to repeat it again. Is Basalt Monolith? I mean, maybe it's Arkham's Astrolabe. Do we not have snow permanents? We have to. We have to have a snowland, right? Nope. Okay. We're taking this then. We're keeping this on top. So we're going to give ourselves... Yeah, we're keeping this fuck-ass Astrolabe on top. Okay, so we can, for 3, do that. We can't tap it yet because it's a creature. We could uptick to get the Basalt Monolith into our hand, and then we have Chrome Mox, so we can technically get Basalt Monolith down. Okay, we have Scrap Trawler, which I recognize from the scriptures as being a stinky artifact combo piece. We've like shot ourselves in the ass 18 times at this point. Okay, Arcbound Ravager also look like is part of whatever we're doing here. So I'll say the Aqueduct gets this guy out, 2, 3. The Altar gets this guy out. We can float 6 mana. We can pay Gilded Lotus. We have 1 colorless floating, and we have 10 instances of depression. So that's actually pretty good. We can do Temple Bell, draw a card, land drop, down tick, kill. That gives me a fucking headache. That makes me so angry that wins the game. Mango, zoom in on this. Been banned forever since 1987. This card has been banned. And Rukag merely got so drunk and eyes so blurry they believed they were allowed to play it. It's not true. It's not true. I sentence you to bedtime. I think the angriest this deck has made me is when it did kill the table. This might be the feeling Obadiah Stane had when he learned that Tony Stark built the Iron Man suit in a cave with a box of scraps, because none of this should fucking work. This is a bunch of vague, artifact, word cloudy bullshit, and just like the Selesnya life gain players, you are somehow getting away with it.